has been full of opportunities for me to make lemonade from lemons, and I've always seemed to have the know-how, but it doesn't mean I haven't suffered, every time asking, why me? From some of my first experiences rooted in suffering, violence, and violation, to growing up with a single mother distracted by financial survival and a heart-rending past, while doing her best to guide two growing boys, and a father wrestling the demons of his past while unconsciously projecting them through anger, violence, and suppression, to struggling through school being super sensitive, emotionally wounded, radically different than the norm, and ostracized and bullied for it all by guardians, teachers, and peers. Life became an experience in the depths of emotional poverty, which I have spent my entire adult life trying to overcome, trying to find me amongst a life of conditioning. Imagine that your very first life experiences are rooted in pain and struggle. Ask yourself what that does to you. How, as just a wee boy, you were conditioned to think that men were something to be feared, that relationships are about conflict and control, and that alcohol, drugs, and partying are the way out. But then there were the tea parties, the ones I had with myself and my imaginary friends in the heart of our home in the ghetto, while I definitely snuck some sweet delight. Or in the backyard of my grandmother's country home with loads of desserts and cheese. Or with my late grandmother at the opening of me and my husband's, new retail store in the prettiest part of town, with a tower of cupcakes that amazed everyone who attended and laughter that could be heard through the neighborhood. Life wasn't all suffering, and oh how grateful I've been for those moments of sweet relief and the heart wisdom, those moments of love, connection, and understanding with the world around us, I've learned on the backdrop of carefree and sunny days with Earth Angels. But where the deepest growth has come has been from the depth of my darkest hours, walking through the high school halls of what felt like a prison with my head down in hopes that no one would notice me, struggling to find myself and to be seen in a world that seemed to be against who I was, reaching out for help and protection from those who I now know weren't capable, lying in bed depressed for days, stuffing it all down with food, using drugs and alcohol to escape from it all, and praying to God for the day it would all be over. God played a leading role in my life, both in light and in darkness. I was a devout Pentecostal, raising my hands and speaking in tongues for the Lord, to despising its very name as it was used in judgment against me as a gay man wanting to marry the love of my life. The light and dark, the ebb and flow, this is life. There will be sunny days and there will be storms. But the power is in knowing who you are amongst it all and not lingering in any one place, just staying long enough to find your treasure and realizing that it's within you wherever you're at. But it takes your experiences, your outward journey inward, to uncover it. This is Earth School, and we are its students, students of life. And my hope is that with the best of my ability, I use every experience as an opportunity to learn more and more of who I am, to shed the life I've been conditioned to live, to break through the resistance so heavily pushing against me, and live a life of clarity, connection, and inspiration. And then maybe, if you're ready, I'm here to shepherd you. It's not the easiest path, that's for sure. Living a vivid life of awareness has its challenges. Even when you think it's all over and that suffering is gone, in comes more. So you go deeper and deeper. Like the layers of an onion, you keep peeling and peeling, and eventually you get to the core, only to realize it's not a core, that there are more layers and more onions. And such is life. It keeps showing up. However, we get to choose to be victims or victors, and the greatest achievement of all is to know yourself, to have your feet grounded in the earth and your hands reaching for the sky, and to do your best to integrate that in everything you do. We are all an expression of the universe's power to create, so why not create what you want as opposed to allowing yourself to be picked up and put down like a puppet? Stand up, let go of the story, conditioning, and create anew, your way. There was a time long ago when I believed the conditioning, that I was a worthless faggot that only deserved to suffer, that I was an abomination to God, that there was something about me that was so horrible I deserved every beating, tongue-lashing, and traumatic experience I had ever been through. So much so that at 17 I tried to take my own life and almost succeeded. But there was also something inside of me that was untouched by it all, a big ball of light that had the ability to love even in the darkest moments, even the darkest people. And it was when I woke up in the emergency room, groggy, barefoot, barely clothed, and with charcoal on my lips, that I realized I was being given a second chance, and that I was a warrior of the light, fed by darkness but never consumed by it. Being in a psychiatric hospital was the first step on my path to freedom. It was the day I finally spoke up.